Nikki Novak here for Young Hollywood. Stay tuned. You're about to find out that it's not a party unless you're partying with the cast of 90210 to celebrate their 100th episode. Tristan Wilds.
Yes.
Are you throwing down beats today, seeing as this is a party?
I should have been. I wish they would have set up my DJ equipment. I definitely would have.
Here with Shenae Grimes. Congratulations on your 100th episode.
Thank you.
I am here with Michael Steger, looking very fabulous in your velvet jacket.
Thank you.
You almost look a little Elvis today.
Oh, thanks. I'll take that. Really cool.
Jessica Stroup, how are you?
I'm doing good. Thank
Got
you.
your name right?
You got it.
What do people want? No,
Stroup. Usually people say Stroup. That's not correct.
Think Trout.
Think Trout.
Here with Matt Lanter. You're looking very spiffy.
Thank you. Thank you.
So Denise, okay, first of all, 100th anniversary, or 100th episode party, and you were asked to guest on the show. How did it sort of come about?
I got a phone call and asked.
Isn't it great when you just get a phone call?
It is great because I don't always get that phone call. I have to go in and read for them.
You still have to do that?
Yeah, with some stuff I do.
Okay. So congratulations, 100th episode. You've been here from the beginning.
Yes.
You guys just had cupcakes. So which one of your cast members is most likely to start a cupcake fight?
Start a cupcake fight? I think that would go to me.
Oh, really? Oh, I asked the right person.
Definitely AnnaLynne.
She self-proclaimed.
She is. She's tried that before numerous times, I think. So
Has she?
I'm pretty sure she'd do it again.
Maybe AnnaLynne, maybe Tristan.
Not you, of course.
No,
You're in a suit.
Yeah. You said it. I look spiffy.
Yeah, you
don't
don't mess
start
that up.
cupcake wars on a spiffy day.
Person to start the cupcake war, Matt, because he'll probably do it without anybody knowing it was him, but I would know because I know him like that. And I would follow soon after, and then Tristan's always game.
It was about to go down.
It
was about to go down. It was me and Steger. We were about to start it up, and but we decided not to. You know, there's a lot of stuff to clean up.
They would make you clean it up afterwards, right?
Yeah.
I saw your Twitter. You tweeted, "This is the most gorgeous cast."
Really, right? Everyone looks like freaking Barbie dolls on this. This show, when it launched, was so hugely publicized. They were all thrown into everything, overnight, and I think that they've all handled it so gracefully, being so young, and you can tell they're like a close-knit family.
So tell us a little bit about the drama or whatever you're going to be bringing to this episode.
My character is the president of a very elite ladies club that Naomi is trying to get into, so it's very special. And Naomi wants to be special with us.
What is Naomi going to be doing this season? How much butt kicking is she doing this season? What can you tease?
I have some lovely butt kicking this year.
Really?
They've really tapped into how much I enjoy doing stunts, and this year they've really let it rip. I'm obsessed with Star Wars, and I think somehow
In life, you're obsessed with Star Wars.
Obsessed with Star Wars. Somehow along the way they picked up on that, and they've started to do things that really are allowing me to just have so much fun this year, which is cool.
I feel like this season there's definitely a lot. Some scenes are definitely going to make you laugh like crazy. Some scenes you're going to feel bad for a character. Some scenes you're going to hate a character.
Have you met any of the original cast members from the original show?
Yes, I met Priestley, Zuckerman, Jenny Garth.
Any favorite stories? Any favorite encounters with the original cast?
They've all told me stories.
Really? About their day
Yes,
shooting the
yes.
show? Anything you can share? Or are they all behind the scenes?
I'm sworn to secrecy.
Really?
No, but they're all generous with their stories, and they're great about reminding us of how unique our jobs are and how not to take this for granted. And shows fly by like you wouldn't believe, and so they're very big about sharing that with us.
Shannon was a dream. The first time I met her, I was so excited, and I was just like, "I'm sorry to bug you. I've been such a big fan." And she was like, "Come here," and gave me the biggest hug. She was such a sweetheart. But my favorite was Luke Perry. It was totally by accident. I was at a restaurant, and it was tandem parking, and I was asked to move my car, and I was like, okay, and I got up to move it, and Luke Perry walked by to get out in front of me.
Oh, wow.
And I literally knocked over a chair and was just like, I could not form sentences. I think I got across to him that I was on the new remake of the show, the spinoff of the show,
right.
But I'm not sure he really
you were a
understood.
fan.
I think he was just terrified.
We were a fan. So we were talking about the fans. What has been sort of like, do you have like a memorable fan encounter, a really fun fan encounter? Do you have like a favorite?
You know, I think my favorite is probably the first fan encounter I had out of the country. I was in Amsterdam walking into a shop to get a sandwich, and this girl behind the counter, this is like right after season 1, and I didn't even think they had it over there, but she starts, freaking out. She's like, oh my God, you play this and that. And I was, to me, it was mind blowing. I could be all the way over in a different part of the world and someone would know.
I had a really cool fan encounter in Paris when I went for, a couple weeks for vacation, and this couple passed by in a Mini Cooper, and they're like, Naveed, hey, where you going? And I'm like, oh, I'm looking for this.
They call you by your character's name.
Yeah, I'm like looking for this tea shop, and they're like, oh, well, I can give you a ride. And I was with my wife, and they full on took us to this tea shop, and then they took us around Paris, and we're just being the best hosts ever.
Rock That Casbah wants to know, can you ask Tristan and Lowndes, what's going down with Dixon Adriana?
I guess the most I can tell you without getting sniped by the writers.
Yes, we don't want that to happen.
It would be that first episode you see that I'm kind of still hurt. I'm definitely in a coma or whatever, and they find me in the hospital, and you get to see how she deals with that. She was mad. She thought that I didn't change, that I didn't come to see her, that I just blew her off, and then she finds out that I was in a horrible car accident and makes her way back to see me.
Good information.
Yeah.
At KCZ wants to know, what kind of drama can we expect in season 5?
Lots of drama, as always. The kids are growing up and they're having to face a lot more life issues outside of the high school hallways. So it's going to be really fun for fans. I think they'll be able to relate a lot.
Fabi Myers.
Okay. Hi,
wants
Fabi.
to know. Oh, she's going to be so excited. Who would you want your character to end up with?
It doesn't matter who I'm with. It always goes back to Leomi. Liam and Naomi were my favorite by far.
So I asked everybody else, because this is a party for your 100th episode, to finish this sentence. Okay. It's not a party unless...
Unless cupcakes are thrown. So we better go throw some cupcakes. What were the other answers? I actually want to know.
It's not a party unless the entire cast is on set to witness an embarrassing moment.
It's not a party unless Tristan is there making the beats happen.
It's not a party unless you have girls, booze, and great music.
It's not a party unless...
Unless somebody winds up with their pants down.
Woo!
Yeah, right?
Should we go start that cake fight?
Yeah, let's do it.
Everybody, let's toast the 100th episode of 90210.